High voltage switchgear, high voltage field. Learning objective. First, understand the basic structure of fields. Second, master the functions and basic type of fields. Third, familiar with the basic parameter of fields and the meaning of models. First, we gotta lead in. Have you ever heard of fields in daily life or in the previous course? What is the fuse for? Is a device similar to a fuse in the power system? This is the high voltage fuse that we are going to talk about in today's lesson. This is high voltage fuse. $10,000 mounted PT trolley, including three parts. 10,000-volt current transformer, 10,000-volt high voltage fuse, and 10,000-volt voltage transformer. This is 10,000-volt PT carpet. The content of this lesson is including 1. The function and features of high voltage field. 2. Protection characteristic of high voltage fields. 3. Technical parameter of high voltage field. 4. Indoor limited current high voltage fields. 5. Outdoor job type high voltage fields. 6. High voltage field structure and action process micro lesson. One. The function and feature of high voltage fields. The function, mainly used for short circuit and overload protection of electrical equipment such as light and transformers, especially the transformers. Feature: simple structure, small size, lightweight, low price, easy to use, and easy to maintain. This is the 10,000-volt high voltage load switch carpet, high voltage fuse. High voltage fuse, used as short circuit and overload protection for electrical equipment, including voltage transformer, transformers, capacitor, motor, lines, and so on. 2. Protection characteristic of high voltage fuse. Protection characteristic. The melting time of the fuse is related to the materials of the melt and the size of the current. The curve of the relationship between the melting time and current is called the ampere-second characteristic, also known as the protection characteristics. The fusing time is inversely proportional to the square of current. 3. Technical parameter of high voltage fuse. 1. Rated voltage. The voltage then can be induced for the long time, that is, the voltage of the installation site. 2. Rated current. The maximum working current allowed by the shell part and the current carrying part for a long time. 3. Melt rated current. The maximum current that a melt is allowed to pass without fuse. 4. Limit circuit breaker current. The maximum short circuit current that the fuse can disconnect. 4. Indoor limited current high voltage fuse. 1. Odd-numbered fuse, typically represented by type Rn1, are used for overload and short circuit protection of 3 to 35,000 volt power line and electrical equipment. 2. The fuse with the design series number of even series, represented by Rn2 type, are used for short circuit protection of high voltage transformer of 3 to 35,000 volt. 1. Fuse link. Normally, it is a conducting circuit. In case of short circuit, the melt will fuse, cut off the circuit and protect other equipment. Fuse carrier. Install and remove the fuse. 3. Base. Installation and fixation of conductive parts. 4. Melting tube. Place the melt limit combustions range and exhaust extinguishing of the melt arc. 5. Filler. Crit set, cooled, and extinguish the arc. 6. Fusing indicator. It reflects whether the melt state is intact or fusing. This is the part of the fusing, including 14 parts. Five, outdoor drop type high voltage fuse. It is applied to the branch light of 10,000 volt overhead distribution light and the user's incoming line. The primary side of distribution transformer with capacity below 35,000 volt amp and power competitor as overload or short circuit protection and for system and equipment switching and switching operations. It's mainly composed of three parts: magnet insulator, contact conductive system, and melting tube. The specific structure is known in the figure, including 12 parts. The action process of the drop fuse. As known in the figure, the fuse is in the closed state. When the line fails, the short circuit current causes the melt to melt, and the contact at the lower end of the fuse tube loosed, tensioned, and turned down, so that the locking machine releases the fuse tube. Under the action of the electric force and gravity of the contact, swoop and drop, forming an obviously visible fixture. 6. High voltage fuse structure and action process micro lesson. The process including 1. Short circuit or overload melt heating to melting temperature. Second, melt. Third, contact gap breakdown process action. 4. The arc is extinguished and the circuit is disconnected. Let's see. Summary of this lesson. First, the role of high voltage fuse. Second, the technical parameter of high voltage fuse. And the homework is talk about the role of high voltage fuse and write down. Thank you for your learning.